Alright. Alright. Good morning. It is a sleepy Friday morning in Japan. Let's get the music down a bit. And it's time for a game. It's time for a round 3 game. Alright, I still want to set up the little light, but I think we're going to get started here. Not to keep our opponent waiting. We are playing the MEG, Megaladon 777HS. Alright, let's go D4. Adjust the sound a bit. Let's get this whole light set up. Got my green tea. Let's have a game. Right. I'm pretty certain we haven't. Yeah. We haven't surprised our opponent just yet. Although they're surprising us. Knight f6. Okay. We go c4. Right. I'm expecting Queen's Gambit declined. Exchange or Janowski. But players often try to change things up a little bit in the league, because you can see who you're playing, so you can prep a little bit, and no one likes to be caught out with prep, right? Alright, we're not going to be checking out the chat too much, but just quickly I'm checking to see. That doesn't look right. Opponent's clock. I think I've moved everything a little bit. There we go. Alright, that looks about right. But no looking at the chat, so you guys can enjoy. I'm going to try and minimize it over here so I don't look at it. Oh, that is very bright. Maybe a little bit less bright is acceptable. Okay. Oh wow, okay. Are we playing into a... It's unexpected. I normally try and go f3, e4 against that. Okay. But anyway, knight c3 first anyway. So now the bishop out there covering e4. So now we can play f3, f3, e4, and if there's something like e5 or e6 on the board, there's a potential to sack. We can also just defend the potential push first, and then they might do something like this. So if we go here now, there, like, they take, we push, they take again, we just get kind of like a nice center. That seems okay. f5, f3, e5. I mean, e5 hangs a pawn, right? So I guess we just take it. And then again we can go e4. Small one. We just do this. We can let them double our pawns to avoid something funny. We can also play like this and just be kind of very solid. We can also do this. Here, here, and then fianchetto behind it. Alternatively, we can jump out our... Maybe I want to jump out my dark square bishop and just take their knight. So f3, and whatever they do, just go here and just snap the knight off. Yeah, I mean, this structure seems kind of acceptable against this bishop. Fianchetto seems fine. d5 is a move, but I don't think that's really... I don't know, d5 is a move, and then we can play e4. They can try and pull it down around us. c6. Take, and then we might have to play f3 anyway. Here, here, here. Yeah, I like this. We're gonna go for it. The only thing with this move, have them snap and get the Queen H4 check in the wrong moment. That might be bad for us. Yeah. Oh, all the windows are open. It's a nice day outside, but it's kind of cool. It's a little bit cool. As my timers look okay. Okay. I think this is the first game I've streamed in the morning in a while. Definitely on a weekday. This is not a normal time slot I'm able to do. Let's see. Our week 1 game went pretty well. Our week 2 game did not go pretty well. It was quite a frustrating loss. Because we thought, well, I thought I had chances. Although it was basically a kind of a draw the whole way through. Until we missed a very sneaky resource with Rook H2. We were black, Rook H2 coming onto the pawns for white, but anyway, can't dwell on the past. It was still a fun game. Okay, yeah, they do come in the center, so now we've got options. We can take once and then play e4. So the other thing that this does is that it doesn't allow them to sneak out their queen or their dark square bishop, so I actually don't think this is best for black. I don't know, maybe they're just kind of winging it. We can play something small and just take with the pawn, but I think we want to take here. Take, and if they give us the bishop pair, we'll take it. You know, if they bring out the knight, it's e4. We're covering some of the jumps. I mean, we can even, if they bring out the knight, take, and then here. Again, they don't quite have anything just yet. We can get our dark square bishop out just to protect the diagonal. Yeah, I think this is a strange move order. It's not something I know. But importantly, none of the other pieces are able to play right now, so I think we can just take. And then e4, e3. We can also do this. Check and something, but there's no something I really want to do, so I think we're just going to snap off the pawn. See, maybe it's fine. I mean, I don't think black's losing. Maybe it's fine. I mean, I don't think black's losing, but I think we're doing pretty okay here. And importantly, if the position gets confusing and scary, we're just going to try and castle. Okay, so here, the knight really doesn't have many squares. This hangs the knight, basically. That's not good. Here, you're attacking a pawn that's also defended already, so we can just get our pieces out. Again, you can't get anything else out right now. And if you take, yeah, I don't think there's much to think about here. We're just going to go ahead. You can take our knight and kind of give us the center, and then you have to modern style attack it. Yeah, okay, we're going to take back. Okay, so we've just got a monster center, and now, yeah, they're going to, well, that bishop has nowhere to go. If we check, where are they going? We can do this, and if they take, we can check and take back. And we're on this diagonal, making it hard for them to castle. Their queen can now come out this way, but we can just play g3. There's nothing to take on this diagonal, on this file. Alright, so candidate moves, bringing out the knight in either direction I think is fine. Maybe, yeah, we can even just say a3 because the bishop's on the other diagonal. Bring out the light squared bishop. Bring out the dark square bishop, rook out. I like this because it's potentially going to give us the diagonal that they're trying to sit on with their king. And if they play c5, what do we do then? We can take. And then they castle and we take again, but we've got like an isolated... that's maybe not so good. Alright, so we'll keep this idea. Maybe we just jump our knight out first. And we are heading for the f2 square, I think. We can come out with check. They probably developed there. Oh, hang on, if we check here, develop the knight, isn't this knight just hanging? Yeah, this is actually not a good move, right? Because we've got d5. So here, and you have to jump it this way, which maybe you want to do long term anyway. Actually, I don't know if this is... Isn't this just really good for us? You have to push your pawn. No, knight doesn't have its natural square. We can sink it back, or just bring it back here, or here. Here I think you have to defend with your pawn. And that kind of blocks in your light square bishop. Then we can just come chill wherever, here somewhere. In this case. Here, queen comes out here, then you... And the knight still covers that though. And we actually probably want to put the bishop here. The knight still covers it, and if we need to, we have this. It's a little bit area around our king, but I don't think they're castling long. So let's see. I think they have to block with the pawn or with the bishop. Yeah, bishop is still acceptable as well. I think we can increase the pressure, but after this they can block with the knight here, queen here, or pawn. The bishop up is also maybe, even that might not be best for them. Maybe we can also then just drop our bishop back and kind of say like, your bishop's in a weird spot. Probably want to trade off though. Probably. Yes, I think these are the moves they have to play. We shall see. Alright, my green tea I think is slowly waking me up. That's good. A random story. These pajamas were a present from the woman across the street. She's retired and she lives across the road from my in-laws here, and she used to be an English teacher as well, so she speaks pretty good English. So we chat now and then. She's been really nice. She gave us some flowers for my son's birth. Twice actually. Kind of one to celebrate, and then just kind of one because she has flowers in her garden. And then on my birthday she arrived here in the evening with a surprise package. She brought me and my wife pajamas. That was nice. Yeah. Maybe this is also a little bit of the difference between how... I don't know, not all Japanese, right? But Japanese people tend to leave other people to their business, Don't get... And this is super general, right? It's not every Japanese person you're ever going to meet, but yeah, there's more of a hesitancy to get involved, and yeah, you have to... We can do this, and maybe you play your pawn up and get like a really weird pawn structure. I like this, I think. Here, maybe bring out your dark square bishop. Queen going here doesn't do anything, right? This doesn't help. Yeah, I'm still looking at this move, but maybe it's not necessary. How do I protect that? Here's how I do that, I guess, but then I have to trade off. That's not really what I want to do. Alright, so we either run back, here or here, or we sit on this diagonal. Sitting on the diagonal is very fun, because we keep some pressure in the position, and we could even maybe induce them to play something like this, which I think would be a bit of a mistake, after which we might be able to break like this, or even just bring the bishop back and play this way. Ooh, hello. Yeah, that might be very fun to have a... because they don't have a kingside knight right now. Yeah, so maybe keeping it on the diagonal. I'm assuming they bring out their lights, their dark to a bishop. Between the two, I'm almost certain this is going to be the move. I don't think any other spot makes any sense. We can bring our knight out to here. I think it's just natural. Over here we can help defend this square after we castle, which means this light square bishop goes to one of these. What I don't like about this is that I disconnect my pawn a little bit. If they start pushing... for this one I don't do anything. For this one, I think for neither one do I do, but I think this is the move I want to play. And there's no like knight jump or something where my bishop's going to get in trouble anytime soon, so I like this, and I like this, and I like this, and I like this guy somewhere, because I'm not doing this anymore. This rook I guess is going to come over here. Queen up, here, 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 and like pushing the pawns might be pretty good. Back here, oh they do come in for a check. Did I miss something? I don't think so. I don't think this really helps. Here you can't go back. Here's a square you can go to, I guess. Or here. This is a one move threat. And we make a little bit area around our king, but there's no immediate danger. We could also just move out of the way, but I see no big reason not just to play g3 here. They can't open up. Nothing else. Oh, hang on. This? No, but that... No, because I take and then I hit you both. And you can't move your knight because it's pinned. Oh, you have to push it back. That doesn't help, I guess. So here, bishop out this way. I mean, I can still play this though, I guess. And worst case, if they start coming in, I can walk my king over there. Here, check. That's no good. Yeah, so I think I have to play here now. Alright, are they going to try keep their queen on this situation here? Nope, they're running all the way back. Okay, so now night out, night out, defending our center and helping us castle. Now I guess the dark square bishop is coming and these guys are coming. Here I don't think I have to do anything though. If you take, I take back. It's still defended. My knight's also going to help. Here can't move right now, so just... Is there anything I can do that's faster? Nothing that looks really... We're just going to get our king to safety. I can't imagine this is theory anymore. So, nice to play a game. After this bishop might still be frustrating because it's pinning our knight. Our knight to our rook. Although if we're pushing these pawns, maybe our rook just eventually takes. I wonder. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have given up this c-pawns. That doesn't sound like a great idea. Maybe this was a little bit too ambitious. We should have kept the bishop around here instead. But it does feel nice to post problems. Oh wow. What? Okay, so then you're gonna take and open up the file against us? Interesting. Should we castle and on this just play here? You know, like, surely you can't make all these strange pawn moves. You need to eventually, like, do something else. This knight's also covering there, though. So, and if you push it into the corner, I mean, yeah, I don't think I really care. Take, take, knight's helping to cover, square's being covered. Knight jump. What do I take with my knight? No, that's bizarro. Castle, do I push past? That's equally strange. I mean, I'm pretty sure I still castle here. I could do some other stuff like develop my dark square bishop or just crack open the center now. Am I really threatening to take though? Should you take here? I do mess up your pawns a bit at least. I think I'm gonna castle. H4. H4, we can play G4 as well. H4, we can just get our bishop out onto this diagonal. You bring your bishop out. And then we're cracking open, I think. Yeah, you can't move here to open up the diagonal. By the time you can, I think we'll be okay, and we still have these pawns, so I don't feel like that's as dangerous as it looks. As long as we have a pawn here, your queen also can't come out directly. If you try to do something like this, so maybe we have to play, I wonder. Oh, we can also just play king up and then put the rook back. So hang on, here we could have actually done this as well. We could have just walked there. Because then, yeah, fair, the file is open, but we've got a rook and a queen connected to it, so it's not exactly a disaster just yet. You haven't developed, so I mean, we gotta be cracking things open here, surely. And don't call me Shirley. This was the pawn, the bishop move that I was a little bit uncomfortable with. Although I guess we still do the exact same plan here. Then our knight might hang though, so that's a little bit. Maybe we have to play our rook over to protect it. And so, a lift might be okay as well to get on that file at some point. So can't immediately get to that square. And this idea felt good, but the bishop protects the knight. Oh, but we still have this here, here. Oh, but the queen hands it as well. This feels a bit slow. Can we just play this anyway? Can we like make the queen go somewhere else and then take, and then we're threatening mate, which is pretty great, but we're also threatening a check with the potential promotion. Is that worth it? Is that worth sacking our bishop for? Here, 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 here. If you just run backwards, still here, because we want to get this kind of like diagonal thing going. If you run here though, then you take... maybe you take here, we check, and we make another queen. That seems pretty good, right? Alright, they're not doing that. This felt pretty good though. We could even just defend with our bishop and keep the file closed. Okay, so bishop out. Bishop sack in this position. However, that pawn's in weak, so that doesn't help. Yeah, so bishop out here feels most natural. And we can take back with the knight, or with the pawn, or with the bishop. Taking with the knight doesn't feel right. It doesn't protect here. So I think we take either with the pawn or with the bishop. If we take with the bishop, we still have some protection here. We have no protection here, although we can push the queen away a little bit, I guess. Otherwise, we just have to... Queen can come out here. We can go up. And when the queen comes out, we just oppose the file. Do we just ignore it and just play this? I want to get this guy out first. We also have this move still. Don't know if that's the best one. This backwards pawn is protected at the very least, and the diagonal is still closed, but long term we might be in some trouble. So just develop then maybe? Knight out isn't what I wanted. Oh, I wanted this, but I don't know, that's too long, and taking with the knight feels wrong, so I think it's here and we're taking with the pawn. If the queen comes out, it's king up, protecting the pawn, triple, and getting our... if they play this... Get on diagonal, they play this, sack for the knight, and then they've got this pawn structure. Bizarre. Honestly, in that case I might do this. Just close off. Is this going to be a move for them? Otherwise we should just break in the center, but it's not a threat while my queen's sitting here. Well, I guess then they take back and I don't really have much. Oh, if there's the bishop I can take here. Nah, it's not exceptionally good, is it? Otherwise it's a softer move, like here. They take with the pawn. Don't know why I'm putting it on that square though. I guess it helps the king in some ways. Yeah, this I don't know. Back. They take, I take. If they push, we have to push past. That square's weak. Ah, you shouldn't be able to do this, right? There should be something here. Maybe just leave it. Take this way and just open up your pawn structure. Sorry. Here. And then the dark bishop's coming out. So maybe this is fine. They take, we take. If the queen comes out, we push up. If not, we've got this break coming. The bishop isn't really doing much, but maybe right now it doesn't have to do much. And also importantly, after this move, actually, yeah, this might be best, because it covers the diagonal where they can check us potentially. Although, yeah, maybe getting on this weak diagonal might be the way to go. I think that makes sense. As much as anything in this opening has made sense. I don't know, what is this? What's going on here? One developed piece and a bunch of pawns. It's like the engine's like, you're +3, and I'm like, is it? Where? Where am I +3? How do I +3 here? I mean, it's probably not +3, probably like +1.5 or something, but still. There's got to be a plus, surely. There's got to be a plus here, surely. And don't call me Shirley. We still cover all these squares right now. Whoopsie daisy. So this bishop coming out here. If the bishop comes out there, do we care? It's attacking this pawn, but it's double defended. So maybe the bishop out, we literally just keep on doing the exact same plan anyway. It also stops the queen from forcing a trade-off. So here, if they take, we take back. We're still threatening the pawn. Also, after pushing our knight can get out a bit more. Although, yeah, the knight's kind of doing a job, so never mind. It's not going anywhere. Take. Getting the queen out before might be good too, although everything kind of slows us down. Everything slows us down a little bit. Yeah, here comes the bishop now. Alright. We did look at this briefly, right? So push. Anytime they take, I guess we're taking back. Take, take. And that would be a great one to get. Take immediately, we take. If queen takes, I'd be surprised. No, the queen hangs, never mind. So here, if they do nothing, I guess we're just going to mess up their pawn structure. Oh wait, hang on. Because if they trade here... Yeah, that's the frustration with this knight, is that it's slightly unprotected. What if we jump it somewhere? What if we bring our bishop back? We can't bring our bishop back. We can put our queen up. Doesn't help. Can't jump it out of the way. I can do this, I guess. They take, we take with our queen. They take here, we take like this. If their queen comes out, we've actually got both our guys on this diagonal. If they take like this now, we can take here, queen comes out. We have the same plan though here, because we have got these guys on the back rank as well. Although they're not queens in the front, that's not great. So maybe defending on the e file is better. It's also lining up with the king if that ever matters. Here. Take, take. Yeah, I like this. If nothing else, it gives us some potential something later on, right? Pushing first. If they take, we take. If they take our knight, we take. Pushing first is also acceptable-ish, except push here, here, queen out. Ah, that's got to be too slow, right? We go here. Yeah, so maybe we can push either way first. Bishop out. I think we're just going to snap it off. Doubled billion pawns. Yeah, but we eventually don't want to... We don't want them to take our queen and then take here. That's the problemo. So rook here. Queen up is maybe also okay. So we can put a rook over on the d file. Queen on the light squares, does it matter? Queen up here, doesn't matter, because if we trade off, we trade off. I'm kind of leading. If they start playing slow, castle... I mean, we're just going to mess up their pawns, basically. if there's nothing else, we're just going to get a better pawn structure. Or we should take this way. We do also have a weak pawn here afterwards though. So now if we go here, now they do this, then we have to push. We take first and then push. They take here, take. Queen takes, we get, oh man, this is a lot of potential though. Up. They play slow. We take, they take, we take, they take. We check. Knight can jump in. I know we've got a rook here then. So we can still take here, king has to come here. Or we can take this way. Oh, the king can't come here because this was that right. I think we have to just break now. I just got to be able to calculate this. Like, all my time. If they open up, we're super happy to keep opening things up, I think. Straightening this pawn. If they play safe, we take, they take. Oh no, sorry, we take, they take this way, right? We take, we're sacking a piece. This is safe, so the bishop's there, right? So up with our pawn with the check. The king's only backwards to go. Check again, has to take, make a queen mate. Okay, we're going for it. And if there's some complication, then we're going to bail out. If they do something like this now, oh, well then the bishop doesn't attack us anymore, so then we can just do this, I guess. We're going to take back if they take. If they take here first, I guess we're just taking this way. I calculated bishop e7 here to get out of the way. And it looks to me like we can still do some stuff here. Take, if they just castle, we just want a pawn, I guess. Then we can take the queen and fork some pieces. If they take with the dark square bishop, then we just have to get on knight to safety, I guess. Yeah, so here, castle, take the queen, they take back. Maybe then we have to get on knight. Or here. I don't like this, because then the rook can get here. That's uncomfortable. We rook over then, I guess. Oh, I hope this works. If the engine says now black's fine, they could have played like this. I'm going to be really sad. Oh, my green tea's done. Maybe I can quickly go down to get some green tea while black figures out if this break is scary or not. 9:49, yeah, we're for 50 minutes into our time. I'm quickly going to go get some tea. There's a be right back thing I can put on my face. And there's some music. And be right back. Oh, they took the knight. Okay. Yeah, I mean the game's still opening up. I feel like this is still okay for us. We still have pressure here. Now our queen's off the D file. E file might get a bit testy. This pawn's hanging right now, right? So gotta be careful. Gotta be careful of all of this. They are careful of this. Okay, does the sack work? Take with check. Queen comes here. If I take here and they take my bishop, then I take with check. But I don't have anything on that file, unfortunately. Knight out. Knight out, I can hit it. Maybe, no, but that's check, so that isn't. So you here, then I probably bring this rook over. Double attacking the knight. You can bring your rook over here. There's no mate there, is there? Take. They've got a broken pawn structure and so do we. That's not really good enough, is it? Oh no, take with check. King takes. I can check you here. You can't block, so you have to run somewhere. Any dark square I can hit you with my rook. With my bishop, I guess. If you run back, then it's rook. Oh wow, this sack looks so much fun. So here. Oh no, here. Sorry, this way. Take here. You take our bishop. We take with check. We're probably gonna. We stop you from running away. Try to run away this way. Oh, that pawn's protected by the knight. That's not fun. Oh, we can come in here. Back here. Oh, that's a perpetual, isn't it? Do we have a way to win? So here, check. Get our queen in the game with a check first. Then get a rook in the game. Unless your king runs to here. Then maybe I take... Oh, I get here first to make you run back again. Then I get a rook in the game. Queen can come here. Wow. I really want to make this sack work. It feels like it does. Take there, take here, take... What if I don't take with check? No, but I just make your queen move. No, so take here. Your king, if you run up... I've got so many other options then as well. I also have an option to just hit your queen first and then... Oh no, hang on. I run up, I just, you know, GG. So you have to take. Take here, check. I'm expecting you to run this way. If you run here, kind of force you to run back by putting my bishop out, don't I? Or I can do this. Then you run there. My queen's over here. Then I can actually check you so you can't go. Oh my word, this is basically mate. That is basically, that's, oh, your queen can still cover. Yo, this is exciting. Should I just do it on feel? I mean, it feels like it's correct. I'm gonna get pieces playing, these guys aren't playing, your king's running in circles. Do it for the fans, you know? Oh wait, hang on, I still have BRB over my face, don't I? Okay, get the music down. Alright. Where was I? Where were we? Okay, here we go. I think we're gonna do it. I think there's just too many potential ways this could be fantastic and way too much fun. So I think we're gonna take twice. And I think the king has to take. We're gonna come and cheer. They can't block anywhere that's useful. They can't go here if they run backwards there. I think this is problematic because we get our other rook in the game. And then we can get this guy going somewhere. If they run backwards, I don't have any immediate thing, but that's still got to be bad, right? Get a rook over there, your queen has to move. I could say king back. Oh, I don't know actually about the king back situation. My queen will be over there. Oh, IQ. You have to move your queen up. Check you again. You're probably going to try trade off, right? Oh, but then maybe in this case I put a rook here first, hitting your queen. And if you come up, can I sack a rook as well? That seems a bit intense. Check first. I can check you on the side as well. The queen can keep kind of like getting in the way. But your king's just so exposed. This has got to be okay. There's no way this is not okay, surely. I can't calculate all of the lines, and obviously black's now going to be wanting to do some crazy stuff, so... Oh, sorry. Black's now going to have to like figure out how they want to deal with this, but this has got to be okay. If nothing else, it's a draw, because chess is a draw, but I can't imagine that this is wrong. If I can just find the correct line, yeah? The MEG. I don't know anyone in chat if you've watched the MEG 1 and 2. I liked it. I like Jason Statham. That's his name, right? Jason Statham. He's fun. He's kind of the same character in all movies, right? But still fun. Transporter was really cool. Although, as with all things, the more numbers you add to the back, the more average it gets in time. But yeah. Okay. I'm imagining black's feeling a little bit of pressure at the very least, if nothing else. All their rooks in the corners, their knight and bishop and queen undeveloped. We're only going to have these guys to attack with though. So if we play it too slow, we're just going to be down a piece. Got to focus. Got to stop calculating 7 lines that are all mixed up and nothing makes sense. We still have this take back here, but I think now this doesn't really matter anymore. I mean, if they ever get their queen there for some way, that would be terrible for us, so... Yeah, but this is going to take a tempo which I don't think they will be able to spend going forward. Although, if they took now, no, I would, no, I would take, because now then I could get my bishop out here with check. And it's the same situation, but I've just won a pawn. And your king is getting a bit silly. Oh. And I'm gonna look back at this game later on and be like, what was I doing? Why didn't I just get into like a normal opening? I was playing what I thought was best. Though it isn't always the case. It's a lot of lines to calculate. I'm not going to keep on calculating because I'm confusing myself. The king going here is terrible. The king going here is also semi-terrible. The king going here is what I looked at first. They can get their queen out like this to defend. We can hit again. Ah, man. Yeah, so here, 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 and then this, and the queen can come out defending, which is not ideal. So maybe we're supposed to play a rook out at that point. And then what if the queen goes there anyway? Oh, then we can hit the queen. Also, we can kind of start pushing these pawns forward. We could even take, as crazy as that looks, and then move over to open up the file. Yeah, okay, now already seeing some moves I didn't see beforehand though. Take here, queen goes up. Here, queen takes back. I don't know if that's great. We can threaten mate on that corner. Bishop comes out. Take with the queen. We can keep you from castling though. I don't know. I don't know. And so this move doesn't look so good. Oh, I hate it when I'm supposed to play like a quiet move. Like, I don't know, f4, something. I don't think f4 is here though. I think this is going to be a rook move in that case. Queen probably comes out somewhere here. Here we can hit it with the bishop. We can also hit it with the pawn, which I think is equally nice, opening up another file potentially. Because this pawn is still protected while the rook hasn't moved. And that also gets us this. Here, so here, actually, yeah, so maybe that e5 move is the one we're looking for. Check, king over, and then e5 here. That gives us this check, and if you run back, we get this pawn as well. And your diagonal is still open, so we always have this check again. And we still have this as well. So maybe e5 is the move we need to be able to move our queen across the fourth rank. Can black bail out? Like, oh wow, they're actually just going for it this way. I'm still gonna do this though. And then I've got this, and that just looked kind of good. So check here, here, and your king still has to run away, but now my bishop's not hanging, so I just won a pawn, right? And I can still do this, and you can attack it, but I can defend it. You can attack it this way. I can pin it to your queen. I'm pretty sure this is just clearly the move, right? Yeah, and now here, and you have to run your king somewhere else. Oh, but now my queen doesn't come in, right? So fair. But if you go there, then I can pin the pawn to your king. So save our bishop. Okay. Or we take. We still have this square as well. What if I do this? You take, I go here. What if I move over now? If I attack it, I guess you're going to defend the pawn. Oh, you might take it even. No, you can't take your rook. You can take with your rook, but then I know. So maybe you defend the pawn with one of these moves. Take back. Take back queen doesn't have a direct way to come in. I guess you can take back and queen can look at this square. But now I'm just up some pawns and stuff, right? So I'm kind of doing okay. Over, you defend it. I can pin that bishop to your queen. You take. I take, you take, I take. That's not so good. Taking back. I guess this is your counterplay plan. Oh, but if I do this, queen here is the thing that I'm uncomfortable with because your queen can come in there. Over, you defend it. Take here, queen over here is what I don't like. Trying to get into this square. Here, and if you do with your rook first. Maybe this is the move. And then if you try and defend it, I just push my pawn. Push my pawn again. I don't want to open up the H file. That's not... not with like nothing here anymore. That's dangerous. So maybe I just have to take back and then just king up and over like I've been talking about the whole time. Queen here. Ah, so this is the thing though. Queen here is faster than I am. I can do this. That's a massive gap though. That's terrible now. So here, queen's over. So then I have to bring my own queen. Or this. No, that's terrible. Here, queen over, looking at this square. I have to bring my queen over as well. Not enjoying this situation. If I do this now and you take, and I do this, I'll get some checks here. Maybe you go there. Maybe everything wins and I'm just being a little bit too scaredy cat. Here you take, I go over. Then your queen can come here though. That's another thing. Here, take, here, queen can come here. Check, king runs away. I think I have to take. I think I have to take. Queen here, getting into this square. Oh, there's no exact mate though, but the problem is that everything starts hanging. And it's hanging with, oh no, it's hanging with check. Like if you do this, and I do, I don't know, something, and you come in here and I do something, and then you check here, I have to go up, and then you put a rook there, I have to go back, and then you take my queen with check. So I just lost the queen for a rook. Not good. So here, 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 this might be better. Stopping your king from going basically mostly anywhere. You'd almost certainly run backwards in that case, right? Oh, maybe even just directly e5. And when you come down, I can put my queen here. Oh no, hang on. So here, 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 check. King probably goes backwards. Check again. King runs out. Then I've got some checks to push the king into the other diagonal, maybe? Not sure. My queen's not playing. They didn't take, so I don't have the c4 square. This also gives me an option, so here, here, here. Oh, then you're covering me coming in, though. And if I push... Oh, this might be interesting, though. Here, so here, 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 and then I check your king. And if you go back there, then you're cutting off your attack. I can defend my pawn. King can't come back onto the square. I'll have to be able to lift a rook in that case. Here, here, here. Rook lift. Mate. Not good. Oh, here. So here, here, here. Check first. Check first. King can't go back there. Coming here, I still get some checks on you. Yeah, I can check you there. Come back, I can check you again. Yeah, but my queen can't get in. Alright, so this is very uncomfortable. Otherwise, I just force you to run there. And then I just put my queen here. And I'm just up a pawn and better development, bishop pair. I've got isolated pawns on this side of the board though, so that might be a little bit of a thing to take care of. Run away directly? No, rook comes in, that's terrible. This I still don't like. Here, here, bishop comes in looking at this square as well. No good. No good, rook's coming in. Definitely not good. If they do anything else basically, I think e5 is the move. Here, what if I just play e5 anyway? You come in, I check your king. Oh, hang on, is this not just crashing anyway? Here, e5, you come in here. I've got all of this covered. You have to go there. Then I can check you from the back and it's mate, isn't it? Ooh, okay. So e5 either way. Yeah, covers this square, gives me the light square diagonal to get into. Alright, feeling like this was the right move because they didn't accept the sack. So here e5. I can still get on the file first as well. I also can get a check on c2 if I need to. Although better to get a check here because my queen might be able to come in somewhere, although kind of not. None of the squares are available, so maybe c2 is fine as well. A rook lift in this situation. Just hangs it. Doesn't hang it though. I can hit your queen. Maybe I'll still just do this though. Just e5 first while the pawn is not attacked. If you do something like this, Then I just come out here, and I'm gonna try and... Oh, knight out, okay. Um, this stops e5 a little bit, doesn't it? So here, and then you got to move your queen somewhere, and hope you don't hang your knight. So probably something like this. This also gives me this square, which I was kind of excited for. Here, getting more time than we expected. Now I'm not sure. Coming to block the e5 square. Maybe this way. Maybe just a rook in at this point. So you can't jump the knight. You have to move your queen first. Or do I just play it anyway? e5. They take. Then we don't cover this square, unfortunately, though. I can check you with my queen, for instance, still. Queen check. Oh, no. Bizarro. Then they actually have this. So bishop check. Can go back. I do not want to sack my e5 square. Oh, my e5 pawn. Or square. So rook over. Maybe queen goes here. Maybe, no, queen goes there. I just, kind of hit it. Rook over. Queen goes here. Don't want to hang this pawn either. How to win a probably winning position? Unsure. If I push this first to get into this square, that stops you from coming there, and your queen can't get me anymore here, but then you can run back, which is a bit unfortunate. But then we got this, and you're kind of toast anyway. Alright, so maybe this is okay. Your queen can't come in anywhere. Can go there. But then maybe we were looking at this, right? So f4, f5, pushing the king there, and then this is basically mate, right? So f4, maybe the knight goes there, f5. No, that still just drops. I think this is just winning. Kind of doesn't matter, we're going to get a check on your king. Here, you move back immediately, same problem. I think this is the move. Pawn isn't hanging, covering the e5 square, threatening check, 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 and you go here. I guess then we figure it out. Maybe something like this. You go back. And we're pushing you into the middle of the board again, but then we again have to bring our queen in. Alright, I think this is okay. Also, right now we have this check if we need it. This check might even be better, except if the knight's there, then obviously we want to do this instead, right? So we're covering this, we're covering this, we're covering here. So your king will have these squares to consider. If the knight comes here, it doesn't have that square. Queen comes here, it doesn't have that square. If you run away immediately, we come in and that's mate. Can you sack? You can't sack anything on this square either. The knight and the bishop, a rook. A rook can get there. But that's still check, and you're dropping the... Oh, actually, maybe if the rook comes here, do I just check like this either way? You got these squares to choose from, and the rook hangs either way. Okay. Looking good, right? I gotta admit, I drew a million arrows today. My excuse? I'm bad at calculation. Not the best excuse, unfortunately. Ten 20 a.m. Alright. Seems my son is still sleeping, which is a bit bizarro. He didn't eat that much yesterday, and he slept through the night basically, I think. But I also think he got a bit cold. So maybe his body's kind of trying to recuperate a bit. He kicked off all his bedding, but he didn't make a sound, so we didn't notice. Neither of us got up to go to the toilet, so he only kind of made a sound earlier this morning. So maybe he was a bit cold at the night. That's not great. Although not enough to set off the temperature alarm, so not freezing, just not great. If they jump then king back right now, check, king goes here. Honestly, I don't know. Check here, king goes here. Keep moving the pawns forward. I'm not sure, to be honest. Maybe just bring the queen in. Oh yeah, because we can check here and then you have to run back. Oh no, that's mate. Never mind. So this threatens mate on that square, so you have to defend it. If your queen comes here, this is mate. If your queen goes there, uh, then I can push you there, and this is still, you can block. Check. Okay. So rook over there, slightly better. So here, king back, and then I take a rook, I guess. Check, king runs back. Check here, king goes there. Alright, maybe we just check and take the rook. King's going there. We can keep pushing forward, but although here on the take the rook part, we lose our dark square bishop, which is not really what I want in life. Okay, let's calculate a bit more. F5. Well, I can just do this first, I guess. Get my queen in the game. Go back. No, because then I do this and I'm a bit slow. So maybe this is the best move first. If you do something like this, I can still take it. I can also go here and we're kind of back into the similar stuff we just saw. Not really. I guess I have to just accept the sacrifice. Here, here. Or maybe I just have to force you to do this. Here, here, here. And then your knight can get in here. That's uncomfortable. So here, here. Maybe I have to take either way. Yeah, I don't actually want to sack my dark square bishop. It's pretty useful. What if I do this? And threaten here. Then you can go back there though. So this and threaten here. Then you can run here, but that's crazy. Check, you run back. Take. Probably take with the pawn, right? Gives you the e5 square for your knight as well. We come here, threatening this. Maybe we take, and then we just lift a rook. Maybe we take, and then we bring our other rook out, hitting the knight. Probably shouldn't spend all our time looking for the mate if there's no mate, right? We can go here. Here, they go back. Check, they run back. Oh, this is a nice... It's not a mate though, unfortunately. Alright, I think we're just gonna do this. I don't want to give that square away. What to do? I think I have to though. Take. Maybe I do this first. Or here. I mean, what am I, just up a pawn? Feels like I should be way better than that, but if everything trades off, I'm just up a pawn, right? What if I leave this? Rook over, queen comes out in some way, and then I hit this again. Maybe you put your rook behind it. And I can check you like this though. Maybe here. Oh no, that has to be rook first, because here you just jump your knight to try and trade off. Runs back. Don't want to trade off queens. So maybe here. Oh, you know what, maybe this. And then here. And I take that guy. Queen can come out here, which doesn't matter. So I think this is our move. So pin it to the queen, and then we're threatening this situation. I don't really want to move the pawns. I don't see the mate. And I don't want to give up my dark square bishop just yet. Feels like it's not the right time. So queen's probably getting out now. Here or here. I don't think you're going there. It's too far away from your king. Or here. Yeah, your light square plan might be an idea as well. And then we're going to check, and we're going to take here. Oh, then that hangs though. So here, this guy hangs. Oh, hang on. We can do better than that. We can go here. Go back. Check again. And if you check with that, we get a... For here, if you block with anything else, we can still take... Or if it's the queen, we can take there and then take there. Okay. Running out of the check immediately. Fair enough. Now we can double up here. The knight can't be protected by... Oh, it can be protected by the rook. That's unfortunate. Oh, you know, I can do this. And then I can come back here. Doesn't help me much, does it? Maybe this way. And then I still have the same threat again. So here, and then if you move your queen again, I can check and take your rook. Here, if you move your queen back again, then I can still get it, because then it's being blocked by the... Oh, coming out now doesn't really add much value. Double attacking a knight. Well, I guess it does add a little bit. You can do this. Oh, that doesn't work. I can still do it, because if you go here and I take... Even if you take back, I go here and it's mate. So I can still continue with this general plan. Except this makes me frustrated. Oh no, but then I can just get out of the... Can I? here and your queen comes to defend. So here, knight jumps, hitting my queen. I check, you come in with your queen. That's not ideal. So this doesn't look like it works quite that well. If I take, you take, I take, you take. So I'm up, what? I'm up in exchange. Or I can take there again and you take, and I've just got a better endgame, right? Queen, queen, rook, bishop, bishop, rook, and it's I take the knight at the end. Oh no, yeah, that works. Never mind. Here, and we just do a massive amount of trades, and I'm just up. Sorry, here. I'm just up stuff. Up, dog. What's up, dog? Nothing. What's up with you? Alright, this looks good. Got to trade off everything and anything and everything on the planet. I think it still works. Alright, yeah, so this doesn't, I don't think this works. I don't think this works. And we still have this threat. And now our queen is finally in the game again, which was important. If you bring your queen out, if you bring it here, maybe I check your king just to protect this pawn as well. If you do this, I take, and it's pinned to the... Oh, hang on. If you bring your queen here, I can just... Yeah, no. I need you to move the pawn first. Then it's pinned to the king, right? Over here, it's not it's not attacking anything I have to worry about just yet. So I can just take... Oh, that pawn hangs, but that means kind of nothing. Bishop out doesn't stop anything really. Still got this. Rook out, I can take, and after you take back, I got this. Rook out, and if I take and you jump this way, it's the same thing. I'm just trading everything with the win, but I think I also have this, yeah. So I'm expecting this. I think this was this looked like the best try. I don't actually think it works though, but because we'll just trade off and have, so a queen takes and a queen takes, and then we take a rook and they take a bishop, and we take a bishop and they take a rook, and then we take a knight. And we've got these two pieces versus this guy plus an extra pawn. And it's hard for them to really get at our pawns. We can push this forward and either liquidate it or not. Yeah. And current threat is this. This looked kind of fun too though, having this idea. But I like having the queen just in front, and I don't want to move my pawns without I don't know, just being clear that I'm not making a mistake. Did our Darksburg bishop do anything this game? We moved it. Oh, it defended against checks on the dark diagonal. Well done, bishop. You've been instrumental in keeping our king safe. When it looks like it's going well, chess is so fun. When it looks like it's going well. What did we think about? We thought about these moves. This move we can even get this in, although then I think the point is that they're going to trade they're gonna force us to trade off. Yeah, so I think we would still probably go ahead here first. That pawn drops, and then we can check on this diagonal. Not check, attack the queen on the diagonal, and we've got 3 attackers on that pawn. So it should be pretty good. I don't want to let them get here. That's a no bueno. This guy's not playing. Oh, funny story about the game scheduling. Megalodon is in the US, so our time difference is like 13 hours or something. But basically, trying to find a time, I gave him kind of the options I have, and he said, "Oh, that's tough. Maybe this time will work." And then he told me later, "Sorry for taking so long. He's been kind of thinking about it. His wife doesn't like him playing chess in the evening, which is what it is that side of the world right now." And I thought that was kind of funny because my wife doesn't like me playing chess in the mornings. So normally this time of day I'm up taking care of the little guy while she gets some extra sleep in, but not today. If they do something like this, I think we just want to get that rook to come back onto the h-file. We don't want our pawn to be hanging, and then we can take here with our queen as well, I guess. Yeah, we don't want this pawn to hang with check or something silly. No one would be enjoying that for sure. By no one I mean me. I'm sure our opponent would be very happy. Oh, and also don't accidentally trade off the queen and just lose it completely because the pawn's pinned. That is also very much a no bueno. No bueno? No bueno? No bueno. No bueno, kana. I'm sure it's not no. That can't be the correct pronunciation. Okay, black taking their time. They have quite a bit of it. We've been using a lot of it to try and figure out if this was a terrible idea or not. They kind of believe this though. I think they could have taken here and, you know, kind of shown us that it's tricky, but yeah, letting the bishop stay on the board gave us a very strong piece against their position, right? Yeah. Something always to be working on for me is being willing to... Oh my goodness. Knight f6 and check. And then if you do this, I can sack for the pawn and then take. And you don't get half the stuff. Oh no, hang on, your knight can still go here. I don't like that. So maybe knight f6, here check, pawn up, check. King only has one square that it can go to. No, it's got, yeah, it's just one square it can go to. But then I think we still have to take the queen though. Is it possible for us to like weasel our way in? Knight f6. Here, check, and then here, threatening them now, but it's protected. Okay, but anyway, I thought I had to immediately take the queen, but I can insert a little check here, or even a check here, but I think that's not good because we let the bishop off the back rank, which is part of our calculation for taking everything on the board. Okay. Think things are going pretty well for us. It looks like black is also struggling to find a move. Yeah, if the pawn moves, getting rook d7 check just feels pretty good. Actually, that's great. Oh, okay, queen over. Okay, we did have a plan for this. What was our plan? We don't want to hang this pawn, right? So I think our plan was this. And then if the queen comes up... Oh, no, but then you... Shit, what was our plan? Here, and if your queen comes up, then I have to take, and you take, and take, and then you take with check, and I have to go over here. I'm still crashing, but slightly less. Can't come back. So if I take with the knight, if I take with the rook, and you take this pawn, or is it because you're just threatening this here? I can do this, and if you do this, I can go here, and then actually I just take your queen and take this. You take here, I walk up. So I think this is our move. This obviously just hangs the check anyway. And then we've got mate on the board. Yeah, so here check, king goes back. Then we take. Everything's defended. Is it better to just give them the pawn? Oh man, if we had this, but we don't. Because we don't have enough on the diagonal. So I think it's check first. If queen comes up, you know what to do. Then we're just going to have to take and be better, but the game is still going a little bit. If rook comes over, I mean that's great for us. We can take this way and you get this pawn. Same plan though. Yeah, I don't really think there's much more to look at here. There's the chickaroony. This only really matters if you run your king backwards. Otherwise it would have been better just to take, because now I'm going to give you this pawn instead of this one. So I don't know if it was better or not, but we're doing this. So these are your 4 options. This one is probably the worst. No, this one is the worst. This one's also not that great. This one also not that great. So I think queen over is probably your best bet. And we have to take, because if they take here it's mate, right? That would be unfortunate. So we have to take. They take back with the rook, I guess, to be able to get that. We'll get the knight, pawn, king up over here, protecting the bishop, hitting the rook. The rook can't be protected in any way, it has to move. And then what? Then we bring our other rook over to this file, I guess. Or maybe we do this so that our bishop can get a bit more active. This rook is... Yeah, we can do this as well, I guess, hitting that. Oh, back. I don't think back was best. I think you had to, but obviously if you want to trade off, if you trade off queens, it's just terrible, right? So I guess that's fair enough. Alright, now we're going to take here, and rook over, we still have this. Yeah. So now we take, still no checks. Everything's kind of defended. Can't do this, can do this. Okay, but you've lost the tempo. Oh, whoa, whoa, my mouse is gone. Okay. Oh, interesting, trying to get me to lose contact with the rook, yeah? Okay. So here, and you come back. I see. Was this a mistake? Maybe. It's going to be difficult for us to keep our rook safe, I guess. Check there, rook comes back. Here, rook comes... Oh no, but then we can do this. Yeah, so we can check, you go there, I go here, you go here, I go here. And it's... yeah, okay, no, we're okay. We're okay. Check, only move. And then here. And then if you do this again, now we go here. And it's different because I check and I'm also going to get on your queen. Here. Well, that was a nice try though. Flippin' hell. I thought I made a massive mistake for a second. Goodness me. Alright, and now we just trade off queens. And we defend our backwards pawn this way. Guess so. Well, we can also do that now. Yeah, we're just going to do this. Just keep everything nice and safe. These pawns are a little bit weak. We can get our light square bishop coming in as well. We can defend like this now, but I don't think that's great. Yeah, okay. So we're up a piece, we're up a pawn, but it's still a game. We could also do this, I guess. How many squares does your rook have without trading off? 3. Nope, that forces a trade. That one you have to just run it back. You can also do this, I guess. Maybe this is the move then. Hitting here. If you take, I take. I'm happy to drop a pawn because I'm up a piece, right? So if you go here, then maybe it's time to defend our pawn. But then we have to defend it backwards like this. Or we have to just keep on hitting you. Okay, yeah, maybe we're just gonna chase your rook around. I don't mind losing the e5 pawn for a rook. Just gotta be careful we don't eventually have this problem. Or do I do this first and then this? Maybe not. Probably you're gonna go here, right? Oh, we gotta be a bit careful about that. We do have this square. So maybe we have to do this. Because this queen side situation is gonna get uncomfortable. You take, we take. You take. And then this backwards pawn is getting a little bit easier to attack. Oh, this pawn. Otherwise we do this and then this. Here. Cry. Take, 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 take. Yeah, that's not great. That's very equal, isn't it? So these are the moves I'm thinking about. Or we can do this now. This pawn's going to get a bit difficult to defend though, but then we can do this, I guess. Yeah. No, this pawn is easy to defend right now, as long as we keep the file. So we can defend the pawn this way, and then we can start chasing your... We probably want to push our pawns though. Here, here, here. King up, getting off the diagonal so that our rook and our bishop can play. Yeah, I think this is okay. Oh ho ho, oh ho ho. Oh, I'm so tempted to go back and double check the queen trade if it was necessary, but anyway. Upper piece and upper pawn should be winning as long as we don't drop anything silly. Dark square bishop doesn't really have many squares that it can go to. Any piece trade is kind of good for us at this point. If you do, yeah, that's okay, I think. Here we go back. Maybe up now to trade here or this. We're still sacking the same pawn. Otherwise, now, well, we can do this, I guess. Here, nope, we can't. Otherwise, we have to go this way. And if you trade, we take. And if you push past, then everyone's got a pass on this side of the board. Now, importantly, we don't want to open up files that they can use that we can't. So, yeah, maybe a4 is the move. I just don't want to have my bishop sit here and get pushed around. That's uncomfortable. Although, I mean, we can just do this then. Force that rook to go somewhere and keep pushing our pawn. Take here. This probably is better just to... They get a connected passer situation. That's terrible. I don't like that at all. What about this? No, that pawn just hangs. Hmm. If we let them push forward, then they probably want to push this next. Do we have any way to take advantage of the situation besides just... You know, as long as we can keep the pawns from promoting, right? As long as we can stop that, we're great. Just dandy. We've got the file. Oh, maybe that's something to do actually. Just come back is fine. Just try and keep files from opening up. They can get two here, but then they're kind of stuck. Yeah, so maybe this. And there's no immediate way for them to make progress. And in the meantime, we can trade off another rook. Yeah, that seems okay. They have to do this, but it's a lot slower, right? In the meantime, we can trade off a rook here. We can use up... Yep. Okay, so basically don't do anything stupid and we're winning. So rook left, or maybe king up is better, but then we still have to take this way. So maybe this is fine. Oh, maybe we do want to do this though, just to keep the king on that file while we trade off a rook. So here, here. This rook has to move somewhere. Trading doesn't seem like a good idea. So probably over here somewhere. Then we force this rook trade. Yeah, I'm actually going super low on time. Otherwise this looks pretty good too actually. Here, rook has to move. We can oppose and also hit this guy. We're still stopping your king from getting into the bishop. This actually looks really strong. Let's do this. 3 minutes! Oh my goodness, if I get down to a point where I'm actually like low enough on time to have to take off move confirmation, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, okay, so the f7 square is pretty good. I don't mind trading off rooks. I get my other rook active. I can get it behind your pawns. Stop them from running too far forward. Also nice if you kind of force me to make the move, that is going to be good for me. And if you run away, you know, I'm threatening stuff, so you probably got to trade. If you don't trade, I take with check, you go up. Actually, then I can force checkmate. Unless you move here. Where's my bishop in that case? There. Maybe then I have to go back again. Oh, but I can still check. You come forward. I'm not sure. Unclear. Unclear. If we do this directly, they kind of just have to trade, because this bishop just isn't defensible. So if they do a move like this, we come up, they go over, pick a lane, I don't know, here. And if you don't trade, if you again move like you do this, then we take with check, your king has to go here. We can check again, you have to come out. We can check again, you have to go forward somewhere, I guess. I don't know if there's a mate here, but it looks kind of dangerous. Okay, I'm just gonna speed up a little bit. Oh, okay, trading off, wow. Okay, so here, and then hit the bishop. And I don't know where the bishop goes, to be honest. Here. You can't hit us anyway, so I'm just gonna attack you. All these squares are covered. So you either walk back into the pin or you sit on a3. Yeah, a3 it is. Alright, so if I do this and you go here and I go this and you go here, maybe I do this first. Because if I do this, then this whole construction is mate. Oh no, not mate quite. You can get that back again. And then here, I guess. Take. Not quite. Should be really good though. Surely. Check, you come out. I can start running a pawn up the board. I can just run the pawn up the board now though. Here. You can't. Oh, then you can go here, I guess, but that doesn't really matter because I'll take with check if you take here. I think this is just very good for us. I can defend this pawn as well still with my own dark square bishop, which is nice. This diagonal doesn't matter. If you had a light square bishop, I might be in some trouble because of the rook. Too slow. That also blocks the diagonal. So then if I do this whole story... Oh no, it still can't. Oh, but then also I would do it with check, so yeah. Okay, no, I'm pretty sure that there's no way for black to get anything done fast enough now. That rook trade just made everything a lot easier. The light square bishop. Hero of the game for sure. MVP. I don't even have to for the then the spawn. Maybe I could just do like this, because then this is basically mate. I'll make a queen, and then you can't come out. You have to go there. Then I go back all the way up here. Okay. GG. GG GG's. Hello everyone. Back on the stream. Glad to see you some here. Give me 1 second. Good game. That middle game was madness. You feel up for chatting a bit about the game? Yeah, you can join the stream audio or just in the chat or just in this chat too. I'd be interested to hear anything from your side. Alright, we won. Yay. Feet, are you proud of me? I got a win. Thank you very much. Oh, good night, Feet. Have a good sleep, man. You should definitely be sleeping. Have a good nap time. Let's see if Megaladon says anything. The only trick is they could be sitting in the analysis window at the window as well. Alright, or they could be on here. Don't worry, I won't. Haha, okay. Where are we? So maybe I have to open the analysis in a separate window. Don't look at it! They're not here. Where are they talking, if anywhere? Turn off computer analysis. I can't see anything. Nice. No notifications. So Alex Star, this is what you do. You turn it off and then you don't have to worry if anyone else press the button. I'll actually just copy paste this into the analysis window. Maybe they're over here as well. Let's see. I mean, if they know where, it's fine. Losing sucks. I can imagine that it's not. I mean, last week I wasn't exactly excited after I lost, but it's still fun to chat. So let's just see if they are up for it. I'll paste it here as well. There we go. Alright, let's see. If they don't respond in a while, I guess we're just gonna have to look at the game ourselves quickly. Who can I see? Kevin Kerr, Feet, and Jordan. Thank you very much all for coming. But there's 12 people on the stream, so a few others as well. Let's see if there's any. Definitely Feet and Jordan were having the most fun. Chatty, chatty, chatty. Oh my goodness, so much. Kevin also involved a tiny bit. Oh, guys, thank you. You had so much to say about the game. I definitely want to read this later. Barbalay was here for a bit. Just do it, Flippy, for the people. Maybe this was the sack plan. Very nice. Barbalay, I don't know if you ended up getting your beer from yesterday that I... nice. Alright, so I see I had like 3-4 people at least saying hey. Thank you very much. Anyone else here? Thank you very much. You were sad that last game, Flippy. Glad to see you win a game again. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I was so unhappy after I lost that previous game. Megalon says GG was a fun attack, but I should have properly developed instead. Yeah, I felt I had a lot of lead in time. No, Queen X82. Shh, 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 shh. Don't say anything, Feed. I haven't looked at the analysis yet. Let Is this me? This is me, nice. Oh wow, I've had myself in the background the whole time running. That was kind of stupid. Here is the stream. Slack again. There we go. I, th I thought it was a buffer. I got them all confused. I give up. Yeah, Meg needed to develop pieces early. Queenix A6. Feet don't say anything. I haven't looked at the analysis yet. Shh. Just shh. I haven't looked at the game myself yet. If you're going to start telling me what I did wrong now, I'm going to cry. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. I don't know if this chat can take more analysis. Oh, was it just so much? Yo. Yeah, I do think I should have tried to draw less arrows though. That was maybe a little bit much. Maybe a tiny bit much. Here's the stream. Oh, chat is sub only, but you can sub and unsub after, no worries. It's instant, just refresh the page. Is Meg here? Oh, Meg is here! Megaladon 777. Awesome. So Meg, everyone has been listening to me kind of for the last 2 hours, so you can basically just share anything that you've got about the game, any specific position that you might want to look at quickly and tell us something about. Oh, I don't know. I mean, you don't have to. My point is, I don't want you to like feel like I'm forcing you to subscribe just to chat. It's not a trap, right? It's not a scam. That's my only point. I'll say from my side, I thought that we were going to get into like a Queen's Gambit Declined or a Janowski or something, right? Because I think that's what you normally play. So, yeah. I was making illegal queen moves during my analysis. Quite likely. Yeah, getting those subs, hey, one opponent at a time. That's how you get it done. Yeah. That's the way you build. One opponent at a time. I'm gonna play enough people to get to 1,000 subs. I have to play enough people. Yeah, although actually at some point maybe we should make like a play viewers kind of stream. It's just I'm so bad at Blitz that it's probably just gonna be like a smackdown on my face. So it's gonna be tough to do, but maybe that'll be fun as well. Where is Megalodon? Megalodon, I want to hear something from you. So okay, I'll say a few things. Number one, I didn't think you'd be playing knight f6 and then b6. So like a queen's Indian kind of thing. I didn't see this coming at all. Yeah, d5 I was a bit surprised by as well. This whole setup I didn't see coming. This is kind of like a Grunfeld backwards, right? So yeah, I decided you probably looked at it at that's why I play Q idea. My theory isn't very strong, but I know the basic ideas. I don't really know the basic ideas, so I already thought that you were making like mistakes on move 4, but that's because I don't know what the right moves are. Yeah, I did look at it, and honestly, I had no plans. I didn't know what to do against the Janowski specifically, or the Queen's Gambit Declined. It's not my strongest opening at all. I'm a little bit lost always. Yeah, sometimes you don't see them advance, but found them later, which can lead to trouble. Oh, yeah, man, my visualization is trash. Knight h3 is an idea instead of bishop b5. Oh, yeah. And h4 after h5, lol. Oh, yeah, I guess I had that plan. So here immediately, and here. I just never considered that. I thought that they would launch the f-pawn and things would get uncomfortable in some other ideas. I never considered that. I've already moved the f and g pawn. Now you want me to move the h pawn as well. That sounds really intense. I don't know if that's a good idea at all. Yeah. Yeah, I did regret this bishop a tiny bit on this diagonal. Although it turned out okay, right? Yeah. Yeah, h5, h4, I felt like it wasn't so bad. I did see this, but now it's a second bishop movement, right? And no development yet. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like d5 was the right move. I think this was the correct way to go. Not 100% sure, but I feel like that was the right time. Yeah. Fred, George, Henry. Yeah, there's too many. I played off F3 lines and that queen check is always so annoying. Yeah. So I play F3 in like the Nimzo Indian, for instance. Maybe I'll do this on the analysis board instead. So in the Nimzo, I really enjoy playing the same-ish. So this, and here, I don't know, make a move. I play F3. And there are lines where, um, like you can sack and then check and then I'm screwed, right? So in this position I have to play like queen D or king D2 or king E2 like this to avoid the whole situation. So I did think that maybe you were getting excited about something like that with the queen check, but you didn't have the bishop on the file anymore, right? After the diagonal. It did, well, yeah, I guess it just did disrupt my structure in a way. It's not the structure I intended to play, but yeah. I don't know, d5 for me just felt kind of confusing. I didn't expect that. bh6, bishop e2 maneuver wasn't great. Bishop b7 is good long term. Spent 3 moves to give it on a useless knight, kinda. Ah. You like black off the h4? I guess the attack still looked promising, yeah. So here, h4, here. Yeah, I was a little bit uncomfortable. I figured that I could allow you to take because you're not getting in with your queen just yet, and I'd be able to like, I don't know. Oh, what was I gonna do? Um, what did I look at over here? Let's just take the, uh, if you took here and played your queen out here to get on the file. Oh, I was just gonna do this, and then if you do this, I go here. So, oh no, sorry, apologies, you can't even go there. I didn't even see that. Oh my goodness. I missed that I'm covering that square. I had like this plan about coming over to like take the file away from you. Yeah, bishop a6 instead of, well, basically anything else, I guess. Um, oh, I also thought you could just trade off the bishop, since I now have these kind of pawns. I don't know if you want to play against them. So I thought maybe you would do something like this. And I can try and add some pressure, but you know, you can develop or just push. Maybe developing is better just to get the knight out of the game as well. I don't know if I had anything better here. I probably would have just let both of us castle and then we have a game. Maybe that happened. Yeah, or take the queen. Bishop xh6. Is bishop xh6 the move that you just... Yeah, I mean, that's the thing I was saying was... Or do you mean like I hung something here that like... I don't know. I'm not gonna review to find out. You mean bishop bishop takes h6 in that line I just showed, right? Silly calculation. Oh my goodness, yeah. I've never been so aware of how bad my visualization and calculation is as when Feet is watching my streams. It's really real. Feet, is it any better than like 2 weeks ago? It's probably still the same. I don't think it would have changed anytime soon, right? It's probably still just as trash as it was. Unfortunate. I don't know. After d5... Oh, okay, hang on. So, Megalodon, can I ask you this question? Here, um, take, and push. Yeah, I mean, I felt everything was slightly better for me, but... So, no. Taking the knight. I guess taking the knight, I don't know. Bishop x8 in that line you showed with the queen. Yeah, no, for sure. That's just silly as well. I thought for sure you would play f5. What point did we have f5? Oh, here? Yeah. I was planning on f5. F5 was my plan, but then I realized that if I do that and your king runs in, I don't have any clear plans. However, if I pin the knight to your queen, I can try and do this. And then after you ran away, I thought about playing e5 to get like the same threat on the board again, but I realized this might be stronger because I have the threat on the knight anyway, and there's no like smooth way for you to get out of it. I looked at this, and then, okay, originally I didn't look at the check here, I just thought I would take this kind of situation. So I mean, this obviously is good for me as well. And you don't believe this is like 5 moves, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like four moves, and it took me so long to calculate that. My calculation is so bad. Yeah, I won the piece, which was nice. I was happy to get it. Although I did for a second think that I actually walked into a perpetual slash allow you to take on, or to take my knight, my rook. Because here, after you started pushing my queen around, it took me a while to see this pattern here. Actually, I probably could have just done it directly. I went back here first, and then I realized I could do this. Because I looked at something similar earlier on, but yeah, I didn't see it immediately. Bobby is a calculation, was it? Too strong, yeah, too strong. His games seem to be tactical mayhem that makes me tired. Yeah, and then it's a draw and Bobby's angry. Yeah, this week's game was unfortunate. Yeah, this week's game was just unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, I don't know the Queen's Indian defense at all. Not really. I do think it's quite fun because in all my Nimzo-ish games, I also play b6, bishop b7, because it's just such a nice bishop to have on the board. But playing the Queen's Indian defense for the Queen's Indian defense, I also don't have a lot of experience or kind of results. Oh, here in this position, I did think maybe you would put your queen up. I thought that was best, because then at least you get this pawn. Although this doesn't look too good. Yeah. I did also wonder about... Oopsie daisy. I did wonder about... where's this king move? Here. I did wonder, like, if you just walk back to e8... Like, I gotta be better, but... Again, I feel like it's gonna take me a bit to, like, find an attack. This is gonna help your queen to get out. Or you can block even. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to take and try and trade off this rook so I can bring my queen in. I'm not sure. Oh, this was the line I expected. Here, 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 here was it? Yeah, either of these moves seemed okay. This one I actually didn't know what the hell I'm doing. Like, now do I like check you here? I don't, whoopsie daisy. Do I like check you on this side? Like, I don't really know what my plan is. Maybe I go here. Or maybe I go here so I can just get a rook in. Maybe after this I have to just get a rook in immediately. And then do this. I'm not sure. But yeah, we didn't do that in the end, right? So yeah. I just kept calculating queen g2 instead of hg. Ah, okay, hang on. Oh, this. I did look at queen g2. I did. I didn't like something about it, and I don't remember what. I thought, oh, you know what? I think it just felt too slow, to be honest. I thought you could like defend the pawn, and then something made me uncomfortable here. I don't actually remember what. I don't know. Then I have to take rook AD, queen up, maybe here, I don't know, put it on a place somewhere. What I didn't like about this was it just seems like you get a lot of pressure on my position with this bishop. You're developing it. So yeah, maybe it's still totally fine for white, but I just felt a bit uncomfortable. And I also didn't know if my queen should be there, because on g2 I want to take back with the pawn. But if I take back with the pawn, like, maybe this is perfectly fine, but why is my queen on g2? Like, what's it doing there? And how am I supposed to get it into the game now, right? So, obviously this now looks nice, but I didn't see that at the time, so, yeah. I don't know, man, you played some great moves at the end, thank you. Yeah, maybe my calculation is just all over the place, right? You know, it's a mixed bag of good and bad moves, and that's kind of the problem. You never know what you're going to get. So yeah, that might be the problem with the situation. I really have to go to the bathroom. My second cup of green tea has kind of gone straight through me, I think. I don't know. You were just trolling with the commentary? Like just, I see the perfect move and then like I make up some bullshit line just to look. Maybe I've got like an engine open on the side and I have to like pretend to not know what's going on so that people don't realize. Probably not. Anyway, Megalodon, do you have any apologies, closing words? Your X account, didn't it say that you're doing some like chess stuff, like running or like helping classes or doing some coachy kind of like? I was so curious about that. I wanted to ask you about that as well, but I'll do it afterwards. It sounds so fun. Um, I don't know if there's ever enough money in chess to support yourself with it, but a friend of mine here in Osaka, I'm not in Osaka right now, but in Osaka where I stay, he's apparently going to start being the local manager for a Hong Kong based chess academy, and he's going to run chess classes in the community centers on weekends sometimes or something, like on top of his normal job. That sounds like so much fun, you know? Maybe it's not, but it sounds enjoyable. I don't know. Click the engine button. I'm not clicking the engine button for my own game. I click it for everyone else's games, but not for my own, especially for Alex Starr's games. Yeah, but not for my own. Yeah, sometimes I play okay, the other times I'm blundering everything. Jordan knows what I'm talking about. But also, position was so dominant, everything worked. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. At some point, probably most plans for white works unless you really fall asleep and black can develop everything and like go put their king somewhere else. Probably at some point, almost most plans did work to some degree. To be honest, I haven't looked at that in a couple of years. So I'm curious what it says. Oh, your story? I mean, I don't really use it either, but while I'm still on paternity leave, I thought I would put in some extra effort to try and grow the channels. I'm on here pissing off my wife, playing too much and streaming too much. And then I decided maybe I should use X because it seems that a lot of people actually still do. I don't really, but now it's a place I can kind of post my content like, oh, we're going to stream, oh, we're going to play, so maybe we can slowly get a few more people in there. Oh, hang on, I can go to the full screen now. We don't have to be in the small screen anymore. Yeah. But anyway, that's how it goes. My only question is, what's the deal with your leech's classical rating being so low? Because 1850 FIDE should be like, that's a good question. Yeah. So feet's already answered it. My FIDE rating 1850 whatever. Actually, we can quickly go to my. Um, is this it? We can actually quickly go to my profile. I think I can point out what you don't see. Oh, check it out. I put a picture on it. It's super easy. You just like message your local whatchamacallit and ask them to put it on. Progress, is that what I'm looking at? Here we go. Alright, so my rating is high because I had one good tournament in when? Here, like here? 3 years? 5 years? All years. Oh, okay, so I had wait, let's 2023 August, is that correct? August, September. Oh yeah. So this is correct. So I had one good tournament here. My first FIDE-rated tournament, I played 6 games. And in my final game, I beat a WCM and I got like 4 out of 6 or something. I covered the games on the stream. I don't remember right now. It's in my channel. The Kobe Classic. Then I played one other FIDE event and I got wrecked. And then they did that calculation thing to change everyone's ratings, and my rating jumped from just under 1800 to just under 1900. Didn't do anything, played another FIDE rated event, got wrecked again, and I just haven't played again. So my FIDE rating is like high K factor, probably still going to come down a little bit. It's not stable. So yeah, I'm kind of enjoying the fact that it's high, even though maybe it'll drop as soon as I play. But yeah, that's why it's a bit higher now. Yeah, I could get to 2K classical though. Yeah, I think I should be able to get to 2K Classical if I play enough classical games, but I only play classical games with my with the league, right? So if I play game over, if I play like unrated, if I play rated like rapid games, I'm already over 2000 there, right? But yeah, if I play classical in pool, obviously I can get it. I think because pool isn't quite as strong as the league. The league is stronger, right? So yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like against public pool, I do pretty okay. Against league, I get wrecked. That's kind of what the point is. Yeah, yeah. But since the boost, yeah, 1800 is different. It's true. 1800 is very different now because it isn't streaming OTB. That's a good point. But also a lot of league 2200s are 19 plus, sometimes even 21 plus. Wow. Tomoe is 1950 FIDE or something and 2200 classical. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, you got 2K? Wow, congrats. That's really nice for Tomoe as well, yeah. Where am I from in South Africa? I'm from Stellenbosch, outside of Cape Town in the Western Cape. Um, I still have a few moments if you can't tell by me doing all this random stuff. Um, let's go look. So here's Africa. Here's South Africa. I am from the Western Cape. How do I get the Western Cape to come up? Let's go Western Cape, South Africa. That's the province. There we go. I'm from this province, and specifically, I'm from Stellenbosch over here, outside of Cape Town. The end. Yeah. Susie unrated Rio like 2100. He says Marlon is 21. Secret is 19. I'm 1920. Yeah, you guys are all very strong. Y'all crush my ESB ratings for sure. Yeah. Susie Dent is ECF 1950 or something right now. Oh wow. Pretty strong, eh? Yeah, Susie is really strong. Apparently just kind of like self-taught, played a bit, became super strong. GG. I asked them in the stream yesterday what exactly did they do, and they said nothing special, all the usual stuff. Some people are just a little bit better at the game, I guess. Alright, I think that's it. Megalon, thank you very much for coming to say hi. I really enjoyed the game. You went to a wedding near Paul a couple of years ago. Seriously? Wow. That's really nice. Yeah, the Paul area is beautiful, by the way. That whole section is quite green. Where's Paul now? Oh, yeah, this whole section is Paul, yeah. Yeah, so Paul's got a lot of vineyards and stuff as well. This whole Western Cape area is very well known for wine. Franschhoek, Peniel, the Paul area, Philadelphia even up there might have a little bit. Bainskloof Pass across the mountains. Franschhoek especially, Le Mans. There's a lot of like French wine farms there, but Paul also has some beautiful ones. And actually my favorite one, my favorite place in Paul is Spice Route. Spice Route is a wine farm that's kind of, they've transformed themselves a little bit. There's a brewery you can go to for beer. There's kind of like a wine thing as well. There's a very, very nice restaurant or two. There's like a place for kids to play. It's super nice, man. South Africa's got a lot of like fun places to go to. Yeah, I want to go there sometime again. If I'm back in South Africa, I'd love to. But I suspect he plays more in sales and OTB sales he'll be more. Oh, so Susie, yeah, Susie. ECF, I don't know if ECF and FIDE relate, but I'm guessing FIDE is a bit more difficult. Either way, the board ones are crushing for sure. Yeah, just saying your FIDE is okay too for like a 2000 classical leeches. Yeah, thanks, Feet. I think I can make 2000 if I played more games in the classical rating. I don't know how much far past I can get that. That's kind of actually why I started the Road to Better Chess, um, like 15 plus 10 rapid games, because I was kind of curious to see how far I can go up, and I also wanted to keep playing while the season was down. Alright, I think this is enough random stuff going on now. I'm going to leave you guys on the Spice Route. It's a really nice place to go. Megalodon, thank you very much for the game. Thanks for coming past and saying hi. You are free to unsub afterwards if you want to. It was not a scam. But it's really nice to have you come chat a bit. And good luck apologizing to your wife for playing chess in the evening. I'm going to go apologize to my wife for playing in the morning. And all the best for the rest of your season. Yeah, if you should run circles around me and I'm hanging around 2k lead chess. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure about that, Jordan. But okay, thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate everyone coming past. I'll be reading all of the chat later on. Megaladon, I'll send you my little analysis as well later on. You've got the stream link already. You can watch it if you want. Yeah, but I'll do a little analysis and put a few of the lines I was thinking about on the board, see all my mistakes, and then pass it across to you as well if you want to look at it later on. And that's it. Let's bring the music back. Thanks all for coming past. It's always super fun. I mean, the only reason streaming is fun because there's someone else on the other line. So yeah, thank you very much for making it really fun, and I hope you had a good time as well, and see you guys in the next one. Maybe over the weekend I can get a little bit more coverage in, but I now have had 2 coverage streams and this one in the morning, so I first have to make sure my wife is happy again. Yeah, see you for now. Bye bye. See you in the next one, and next week again, same time, same place as always on Monday.